Right, this is a quick walk around video for a Honda Civic 1.8 EX. Car's a 57 plate, just the one private owner from new, and just 32,000 miles on the clock, so beautiful mileage, and it's been serviced a remarkable 9 times in that time. Not only is it EX, so it's a huge spec car, but this one's got thousands of pounds worth of options. It's got the big glass panoramic roof, these lovely 18-inch alloys, and a full black leather interior. So it really is a quite exceptional vehicle. Coming to the front of the car here, just show you fog lights, all the lenses completely good, no cracks, no condensation, nothing on them. Bonnet, hardly a stone chip to be seen on there, as you'd expect given such a low mileage on the vehicle. Offside front wing, no marks, dents or otherwise. Front tyres got tons and tons of tread on it. Lovely big alloy there. Alloys have got a bit of curbing just over the years, so on the edges there, they are original, so they're not been painted, but there is curbing on them. Coming down the side of the car, see the panel work's all very, very good indeed, very clean, very tidy. Sorry about that, someone's just parked their car behind me making a bit of a noise. So come down this side, absolutely mirror smooth on the panels there. Any marks are absolutely minuscule, really are. Rear alloy, again, very, very clean and tidy. I did see one tiny indentation on one of the doors just down there, minuscule little indentation. Coming around the back of the car, again, all very, very, very clean. Near side of the vehicle, again, pretty much mirror smooth there. There's no marks on there at all in terms of indentations. Any surface marks are absolutely tiny, and even with such a low mileage, you're going to get the odd one or two tiny little marks, but there's virtually nothing. All the tyres are very, very good indeed. But really, it's a beautiful looking car in, very, very, very good condition, as you'd expect. Coming to the boot of the car, absolutely massive boot in the vehicle. Parcel shelves there and intact, as you can see. 60/40 fold in the rear seats, but all the carpeted area, as you'd expect given the mileage, in wonderful condition. As with all these Civics, you've got this little hidden cubby hole down here, so you've got extra stowage there if you want to hide it away. Or if you want to increase the depth of the boot, you can just pop that down, and you end up with another sort of 7 or 8 inches of depth in the boot there as well. So coming to the back of the car now, again, all in very, very good order. You see full black leather interior, leather work on the seats, absolutely super condition, it really is. Tons and tons of rear leg room in these Civics, and door card over there, but it's all very, very nice indeed. Coming to the front, driver's door card, again, all in very, very nice order. Sill area, again, unmarked. Sun's out now, which doesn't really help with the video, but do apologise, because the seat there in the front, there's nowhere of any great note, or anywhere that I can see really. Front passenger seat, again, absolutely lovely condition. And if I just point the camera up to the roof of the car, you see this lovely big glass panoramic roof, and if you're follically challenged like me and you don't want the sun on your head, just press a button and you can close that over as easy as that. Press a button, there she goes. Alright, so inside the car now, obviously engine's running. Dashboard is in absolutely wonderful condition. So obviously EX spec, so you get the big screen sat-nav system up there. Then we've got the main control button there, which is unique to anything fitted with sat-nav on these Civics, but standard on these EX models. Climate control can be operated in 3 ways actually, but the buttons on the right there is usually the easiest way of doing it. Coming down here, 6-speed gearbox lever, and then you've got your heated seats. All works absolutely perfectly. I checked the seats is working, and they work absolutely exactly as they should. Likewise, air conditioning pumps out ice cold air conditioning, again all absolutely spot on. Multifunction steering wheel, obviously cruise top right, information bottom right, audio top left, and Bluetooth functions and hands-free function on the bottom left there. but said it all works absolutely beautifully. The rest of the dashboard in perfect working order. The only light on the dashboard there is just showing the low fuel at the moment on the vehicle. A pan in there, you can just see, hopefully, 32,406 miles. Here we've got a full owner's manual pack that incorporates both the sat-nav and the owner's manual for the car, and we've got the original Honda lock-in wheel nut set for the vehicle as well. So finally, just come to the service book. Quite an astonishing service book really. We've got 9 stamps, we've got 4,700, 8,600, 12,400, 15,000, then we're up to 19,000, 21,000, 24,000, 29,000, and we've just, if I turn over the page, I think from memory, we have indeed just had the car serviced here at 32,000 miles. So a beautiful service history on the vehicle, which warrants the mileage fully. It's had just the one private owner, private gentleman from new. What will follow now is a brief road test of the vehicle. This is a road test video for a Honda Civic. This is the 1.8 EX. This car is registered RO57UYY, and the mileage at the start of this brief road test is 32,360 miles. In due course, this video will come attached to a walk around video of the vehicle, and hopefully I'll be giving you more of a information regarding history and everything of the vehicle. But in case for any reason that doesn't happen, this is obviously just the one private owner and a quite beautiful service history attached to the car as well. The reason we do the videos is basically we're selling quite unique cars to people from all over the near continent and the extremes of the UK, and we just want people to see the cars in operation prior to coming to see us, and on the same roads as any road tests will be conducted, so it should be very representative for what you should feel yourself. Worth pointing out, I am critical on the road test, so if there's anything wrong with the car that's obvious, I will pick up on it, and it's something that we then look at attending to, or just factoring into the price of the vehicle if need to be, as rare as that may well be. So starting with the engine of the car, obviously a 1.8 VTEC engine, cam chain driven, no cam belts to worry about on these to change. They've got a fantastic reputation for reliability and extraordinary durability as well. They do hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of miles. They're incredibly tough units. Typical Honda engine, very sweet revving. This particular example with such low mileage, not really running yet, but it's a beautiful example. Very, very quiet here. I'm idle. Idle's absolutely rock solid. Clutch in, clutch out. There's no fluctuation in the engine note at all. Clutch pedal's absolutely silent, as you can not hear clearly. But the engine pulls through its rev range absolutely superbly. Clearly it's not going to come as any great surprise with the mileage of the vehicle, but it's just worth knowing. But a truly brilliant engine. In terms of economy, if you're driving at motorway speeds legally, you'll be exceeding 40 miles to the gallon on the motorway without any problem at all, probably mid-40s in all honesty. I've had enough of these to know that only if you're doing town driving predominantly will you be in the 30s, high 30s at that. I average personally with the trips I do to and from work sort of 47, 48 to the gallon out of them, but the manufacturers claim 43 and they're very honest about it, and that's pretty much the minimum you should reasonably expect to get out of one of these cars. It's a very, very efficient engine. Engine obviously then drives through clutch into the gearbox. The clutch of the car, as I've already said, utterly smooth in operation. Bite point is exactly as it was when it was new, just it's perfect on the pedal there. Clutch then goes through into the gearbox. I've said on many previous videos regarding Honda Civics, maintain this as an absolutely brilliant gearbox. Not only are they incredibly tough and durable, like the engines, they've got a very good reputation for reliability, as you'd expect from a Honda gearbox, but it's also the fact that it's such a nice gearbox to use. A lot of modern cars, or most modern cars with the front wheel drive, operates cables from the gear lever here through to the gearbox at the front there, and unfortunately a lot of the precision is lost in translation between there and there, so you end up with a kind of slightly vague gear change. But this is just, it's like flicking a switch. It's got a real character. It's just so easy to do. The springing between the gates, absolutely perfect. The quality of the synchro mesh is absolutely brilliant. There's no notchiness. It's just got a lovely smooth selection as soon as you select the gear. Just brilliant. And again, not an ounce of wear in the gear change or linkage at all. Car, basically the steering of the car tracks absolutely bullet straight. There's no vibrations through the steering wheel. Lovely and precise. Works brilliantly with the chassis of the car, because it's a very quick rack. You just turn the wheel and the car goes. But what's lovely is the suspension goes straight with it. There's no softness where you turn it and it keels over and then digs in, which means that, you know, particularly sharp turns, these cars are fantastic. You know, you're not getting rolled about or lolloping about in the car. You know, there's genuinely a sense of fun driving them, but it's all nice and smooth and comfortable as well. But just here, for sake of argument, to make this turn, just a little turn of the wheel, and likewise the other way, and it's just got so little fluster. It's just so easy. Whereas a lot of its competitors just lollop around through those corners. They don't like them. Also, as driving along, just listening out for noises from the suspension and the steering that shouldn't be there. And by that I mean sometimes you get, you know, a little bit of a kind of metallic clonk from underneath, where you might find that there's a you know, you've got a sort of suspension strut, or one of these little drop links is just as worn through, and so you've got metal on metal. But there's nothing on this car. It's absolutely, you know, you can hear it going over the bumps, which is quite right, but there's no other noises there at all. It feels absolutely tight as a drum. It really does. Also, driving at speed, you know, getting towards the legal limit here. I'm also listening out for wind noises that shouldn't be there, where someone might have accidentally sort of skagged a door seal, or a windscreen wasn't fitted right, or sunroof. You might have a bit of a kind of annoying wind hiss, but it's very, very quiet. You know, it is a very refined drive. They're lovely cars to drive over long distances. You know, it's, you know, they've always been well known for it. But it's, you know, it's all very, very quiet in here. Just want to open up a little bit just to give a taste of the engine there. Just checking the cruise control functions working perfectly, which it certainly is. So that's all good. I mean, clearly this is a huge specification car, you know, way over and above the standard, as it says in the previous walk around section of the video. Inside the car, much harder to get over on the videos, just how nicely it's been kept. Clearly, again, with low mileage, you'd expect it to be a nice order, and it certainly lives up to that. Looking around inside, any signs of wear are absolutely minuscule. Beautifully built. There's no shudders or creaks or groans or rattles on the interior. Dashboard I absolutely love. I think it's genuinely, we put it in the adverts, but you know, you sit in a, you know, it's a very worthy cars, you know, Golf, Audi, Focus, Astra, you name it, but they're all kind of built off the same template. You've just got a binnacle here and a centre stack here, and they're just variations on a theme. This couldn't be anything other than a Civic, and it's not a gimmick. It works brilliantly. So whilst it looks incredibly stylish, and at night it looks unbelievable, it's beautiful when it's illuminated. But on this EX spec, you get this big rotary knob here for which controls functions like the sat nav. You can also do sort of radio and climate control through that system as well if you wish. But the quality of the controls, absolutely superb. Very, very, very high quality. Nice high up mounted big screen sat nav there, very simple to use, an absolute doddle. It uses real-time data from the roads, so it'll create detours for you. Pixelation on the digital readouts, absolutely spot on. And then we come across to kind of my favourite part, this parked directly in front of me. What I love, high up speedo display, so I know I've got to slow down because I'm in a 40 mile an hour limit, so I've got to get myself slowed down. So I can see the speed I'm going, but I can also look at that car directly in front, but at the corner of my eye, clearly see my speed, so I can look at two things at once, which are very important for safety. Just a simple but brilliant idea. To the left of that, you've got a little rev indicator. To the right, you've got a little econometer, just encourages you to drive it nice and economically. Down below that, more conventional, but even in that, you've got kind of this floating information display system. Again, all working absolutely beautifully. Big dominating rev counter there. Again, very simple and easy to take that information in. To the right, you've got the fuel gauge, and to the left, we've got the temperature gauge, which on all Honda cars, diesel, petrol, otherwise, should operate at a third of the way up the gauge, and this one's absolutely spot on. Around there, fingertip away, you've got controls to your air conditioning here. You can operate the air conditioning 3 ways actually. You press climate there, do it that way, or you've got a button here which you can press, and you can do it by voice control. I'm not a great fan of it, I'm going to be honest with you, perhaps I'm a bit of a technophobe, but I'm sure as quiet as it is when you're doing 70 miles an hour down the motorway and you ask to fan speed 4, you'll end up with radio 2 or something. It's just it's much easier just to press the button. It's very simple indeed. Incidentally, air conditioning pumps out ice cold air, absolutely perfect. Steering wheel in front of me, perfect diameter, lovely to hold, all feels absolutely fresh as well. There's no damage, wear or paint worn. Controls obviously for audio, cruise control, got information display on the bottom right here, and hands-free functions on the bottom left if they're compatible. Auto lights and auto wipers on the EX models as well. All works absolutely beautifully. In fact, the whole car does. My business partner's been driving this car since we bought it and absolutely raves about it, really does. But I think, obviously the point of the road test is really to give feedback on any issues that might be with the car, but I genuinely can't find anything on this car. The brakes are rock solid. It just has that feeling of a car that clearly, as it has, even though it's, was it 8 years old, 9 years old now, it's only done really a couple of years motoring with the miles it's done, and it feels like it's absolutely, it's fresh as a daisy in every response. Whoever is lucky enough to buy it will be buying a car that, with the quality of construction and they're still the best engine builder in the world, by quite a long way. And I'm talking in the real world of motoring, not while they're under manufacturer's warranty, when no one has to pick up the bills. When they become used, then suddenly it's your wallet that takes a pounding if they're not in good order. And the Hondas just keep going and going and going without the kind of the issues that plagues a lot of other manufacturers. Clearly, if I've missed anything out on the video, don't hesitate, please do give us a call and we'll be happy to answer any questions you might have. But genuinely, if you're coming to drive the car, you'll be driving a car. Whoa. Dear me, so I nearly got driven into there. At least we've still got the side on the car. Okie dokie, right, go and have a little rest after that. Okay, thanks. Cheers.